Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Hashtag Anime Talk. This is episode 48. I'm your host, Mr. Lynden Burton, joined, and I usually say in like good spirits or what's up, but like we just gotta be blank. We're not gonna talk. This is not the pod where we're talking about the coronavirus, but these are troubling times, Chrissa.
Yeah, bro. It fucked around. Like we did what was it called?
Mississippi Anime Fest.
Mississippi Anime Fest.
And low key, me and Chrissa were like hand sanitizing the whole day. They had people that was like not giving a fuck. Like it was pop. Me and him were like, yo, what's up with this coronavirus?
Yeah, we was hand sanitizing
in the whole
anything.
week. But see, I think that was like us not even like I think that was us like taking precautions. Then all week it just gets worse and worse and worse.
And we were supposed to have Comic-Con at the end of that week. Like we did Canceled. Mississippi Anime Fest. Then the next weekend we were supposed to do Lafayette Comic-Con and
canceled. And
like,
low key, if I'm being honest with the fans, I don't think me and Crystal will be going on tour at least until August.
I'm hoping we get rid of this shit by June. Let's get back to the summer. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine quarantining that long just because at the end of the day, bro, people's jobs is like...
and that goes to show, and we'll talk more about this on Thursday, the BrosWhoThink podcast, because Crystal will be on with me and Doom. No sports, so we're shooting the shit. That'll be a more laid-back conversation, because we're going to get off of this soon. But that just shows how these social contracts can be just gone in an instant.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie. We made...
Like, seeing sports go, I think, really hit niggas hard.
Yeah, bro, there's a lot of shit. The thing is, with anime, this is anime talk. It's not this is not news talk. But at the end of the day, it's gonna cross over eventually. I remember whenever they had the spook that they thought whenever Oda was sick, they thought it was corona. It's like, nigga, he didn't have the corona.
Can we save this? Because that's a topic. Someone sent in a question. It's a news topic. We gotta cover that. What's up? Later in the show. But I do want to shout out at Mississippi Anime Fest. We did procure a new Trafalgar Law figure. It is now probably my favorite figure. He has the outfit from Punk Hazard. The shambles is going up. Like, I'm loving.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite figure here for sure. Like that Trafalgar Law.
Yeah, I think that's the set's coolest figure. That Kakashi's a close second, and then I'd probably go. I got Deku third.
Kirishima's hard though.
But I got Kirishima and Luffy tied, and then Lupin, and then Tanjiro, and then Trunks. Gohan's fucking last. People don't even need to see Gohan. But yeah, man. So we will get into the Corona talk, but I just wanted to say troubling times. Not to make a joke, but I got to make a joke because like we're podding. This is content. We got to make light of it. I got my Duster Trigon jacket ready.
Oh my god!
Apocalypse hit. I am ready. Yo, anime niggas. We have anime niggas and women. The ladies, the males. We have been preparing for this. Low key, our whole lives. If you watch Trigon, if you watch Cowboy Bebop, you watch Desert Punk, if you watch these post-apocalyptic anime sci-fis, even if it's live action, we've been preparing for this, and I have my outfit ready to go. It's probably going to be a black shirt like this, a duster that can zip up, maybe a jacket in between the duster as well to get a hood in there, and then I'm going to have my samurai sword on my hip, ready for if a nigga want to bust out. I'm going to slash, but in these American times, I got to get a gun, because low-key, niggas pull the toolie out.
You have the toolie, so you gotta have the blicky on deck at all times. You can't just be without the blicky.
What a wild way to start off anime talk, but like, it might get to that point. Hopefully,
I'm not gonna lie, man. Hopefully it doesn't, but very prepared. You know what I'm saying, you boy.
and look,
I got the shoe suite. You know what I'm saying, ready to go.
Let me say this: these are just jokes. What we said before is, I think we'll get back to like regular shit.
I say no joke, man. There's some crazy shit happened. I got the shoe suite on deck. It's like, I sharpened that bitch, nigga. It's not for show.
I got my Sasuke sword ready to go.
It's for show, but I could pull it off the wall and get to slicing with that bitch. You know what I'm saying, I can't tell if the kids come over and they want, oh, let me play with this sword. Hey,
don't.
It's not a dull blade, baby. I'm saying you gotta put that one down. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna mean that it's not a dull blade.
It's not a dull blade. You gotta put that bitch down. You know what I'm saying? You might fuck around and hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? Might get to stabbing somebody, man.
Get to poking.
Woo, you don't want to poke nobody with the shoe suite, bro. That's gonna hurt.
Shit.
And when I start getting them, because shoe suite is the beginning, but you know, Law's sword. Mm-hmm. When you see that nigga sword, it's not no dagger. That nigga has a long sword. When I get that one, get to poking.
It's over for y'all. But let's start the episode. Let's get in the news because anime is a bright spot in this because a lot of stuff is continuing. But we do have news later on. But we did have an announcement. Announcing Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump magazine, Amiplex, has announced its plans for a Demon Slayer video game to be released on PlayStation in 2021. Being that you are the Demon Slayer stan, I'm gonna pose this: do you want a fighting game or do you want a single player story game?
Damn, man, both?
You're not getting both. You're only getting one.
Well, you mean like?
I'm talking like what Bandai could give us, like maybe not Legend of Kakarot, but like those early Goku games where you play through his story, or like the Naruto games where you play through his story. Because like I don't. Is it wrong of me to say I don't want a Demon Slayer fighting game? I would rather an RPG or play as Tanjiro through this shit. Like I don't want to have to just fight, like, because they don't ever do swordplay right.
It's not just a regular sword anime. So it's like you wouldn't get just regular sword fighting, and it would be hard to.
Because you would just slash and cut them, but it's like.
And then where we are in the anime, all we have is a few demons and a few what, Demon Slayers? Like,
but
we don't have
2021, so we might have the movie out by then.
Yeah, but the movie even, we just get really, spoiler alert, we really just get Rengoku's little arc, because this is the arc where Rengoku pulls up. So we don't even get to Tengen till probably season 2. I'm for sure they're not putting the Tengen anything about him in the
movie,
the train movie. So it depends on when we're getting the anime and when we're getting it might be end of 2021.
So do you want a fighter is the question.
That one's hard, because if we do
I know.
have a fighter, we're not gonna get Tengen, the Mist guy. We're not gonna get.
Or they do the spoiler thing like they did for Naruto and My Hero, and put.
We're not gonna get new era Muzan, because Muzan.
Oh yeah, we're not getting that.
Yeah, we're not getting new Muzan. We're getting old
Michael
Muzan,
Jackson
maybe.
Muzan. Maybe.
And Michael Jackson Muzan really doesn't. What techniques does he have? What
They
kind
just
of
gonna
fighting?
make up moves.
You don't really know what Muzan.
They're gonna do finger pokes.
It would have to be Legacy of Goku. Legacy of Goku.
That's what I just
Type.
want a single player game in the vein of like Arkham, something like that. That's like going through the Demon Slayer story. I know, and look, I know that's asking a lot of Bandai, so I'm not expecting that. But like, give me something to where like.
I'm not gonna lie.
I just don't want a fucking fighter, bro.
If they would have done Jump Force right, because this is my thing, right?
Tanjiro should have been in Jump Force.
Big fan of Jump Force. That sounds probably weird because niggas hate Jump Force, and niggas probably be like, big fan of Jump Force. What is wrong with you? But at the end of the day, I liked it. It was fun gameplay. It was a fun story mode. I'm a big fan of. I always champion the DS games, the ones that play like Smash Bros, like One Piece Grand Battle X. It's the Shonen Jump game where you play as everybody. But if they would make Jump Force 2 today and improve upon everything we hate about Jump Force 1, make it better and then add some of the new characters, I'd want something more like that, because I feel like it's kind of too early for a Demon Slayer game just to make it not half-assed. But if you do make a short game,
fighter, that's what they're gonna do.
But fighter will be so whack, because first of all, one of the demons, all he does is flip the room around. You know how hard, you know how OP of a power that is. You know how hard it would be to fight in the room like that.
Solo mission, like imagine a level, like one of the levels, the room flips upside down. You gotta fight the boss with the controls reversed.
I can imagine it being like Pirate Warriors. I play Pirate Warriors. It's like this kind of Dynasty Warriors kind of game where you get this flood of different Marines. And you gotta whoop all the Marines' asses, take over a little territory. What if it's like that with demons, and then you get to the boss demon, and the boss demon's a boss fight, then you get to the next arc. And then like a lot of the times in Pirate Warriors, I'm playing Pirate Warriors 3. This is the only one I've ever played. Prepping myself for Pirate Warriors 4. If I decide to cop it, because I don't know, I gotta see people. I'm not even done with 3 yet. But anyway, the point is, the first mission or whatever was Luffy getting Zoro. So you're playing as Luffy alone, right? Then once you get past that mission, Zoro's now on your team. You power Zoro up, you level Zoro up. The next mission is, what is it? What's the arc right after that? Usopp?
Yeah, Usopp.
The Usopp shit, and Nami's with him. You get the Nami shit real quick, but she's not really a fighter. So the next character you unlock is Usopp, and you're leveling up Zoro at the same time. So you have this team. I could imagine it being like, okay, first you get Tanjiro by itself, then you stumble across Zenitsu, then you stumble across Inosuke, and it works like that, and you tackle these demon by demon until you reach, I don't know what arc we're going to stop at, but it could be done well if they just focus on a short piece and make that as good as possible, because them trying to do too much and half-ass and everything is going to just fuck everything up. It's a fighter. I can't imagine them dropping a fighter game unless it's like a $20, $30. I can't imagine them dropping a $60 Switch game or like a full price.
It's gonna be a full price. It's fighter game.
But
that's Bandai, bro. They coming for the bag.
They sitting there like, y'all like Demon Slayer? I want a Demon Slayer game.
We gonna give it to y'all.
I wish it would be like something small, like on the Switch or something that don't gotta be, well, not small, because Switch is big.
It's gonna be on PlayStation.
But
they already said,
like, Legacy of Goku, that was great because it was a Game Boy Advance game. Like Kakarot, I heard people talk about Kakarot week 1, and then after that, nobody was talking about Kakarot anymore.
But Aniplex said they have plans for it. We don't know if Bandai's doing this. They might go their own route and just single player it with PlayStation. And imagine if we get a Demon Slayer game that's like Marvel Spider-Man. And I know that's me just like wishing for something great, but like that would be amazing.
So I'm a big fan of the idea, and a lot of people may not be with me on this. This is just me being weird, I guess. But there's these kind of games where, like Legacy of Goku, you play as Goku, you play through the story mode, or there's these games like Xenoverse where you fight, and it's a fighting game, and it's like you go along with a similar story mode, and it's like you go along with the source material. And Xenoverse is great because it's a play off the source material. It's like they do times changing things or whatever the case may be. But what I'm getting at is, I think it would be a cool idea for them to take the premise of the world. Like, imagine you get a One Piece game where you're not playing as Luffy. You create your own pirate. You go through that world. Yeah, RPG it. In that world, you may run across characters. Have it something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have your own.
Your Demon Slayer.
Because I've always wanted a pirate game where I could, like, because I'm basically stemming this off of what I wish I would have got with the One Punch Man game. Because the concept to me was amazing because you start off the game, you create your own character. There's not a game channel, but just review of the One Punch Man game. To me, it's dog shit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't buy that shit. I'm sorry, Bandai. I wanted to have hope in it. I wanted to love it because it's One Punch Man. It's the first game we got. Everybody was telling me I'm tripping, but I played it. The main thing that threw me off is I was so excited to create a character. I could imagine myself creating, because you know with Demon Slayer, you get these specific blades, you get the specific drip. Like, you know, Zenitsu has his own drip, Tanjiro has his own drip. I could make my own like cloak like that, have my own drip, have my own sword with its own style, have my own. You could make your style water or mist or fire or something like that. But with One Punch Man, just the customization was horrible. So if you would, I wish people would go more into the range of making games like that, but they're gonna do it in the experimental phase and not throw a lot of budget in it and make it as trash as the One Punch Man game. I'm saying I hope I don't get that game with the Demon Slayer game, but I wish they would take that concept of like, because imagine a My Hero game where you get to play as yourself, make your own hero, go to UH, interact with all the characters you know and love as far as teachers, pro heroes,
That'd
students.
be fire. No, look, an RPG My Hero game, a solo player My Hero, like I think that's just where anime games needs to go and get out of this whole 2D fighter, 3D fighter just nonsense. We got to get out of that. And the Dynasty Warriors, as great as that is, we got to get out. We got to get new stuff in the anime games, or it's always going to be this damn shit.
For sure. This wash, rinse, repeat is just not working.
And the only way to do that is for us to kind of boycott. But then people say, well, if you boycott, you're never like, they won't get money and they won't.
Yeah, I will say that I didn't buy the One Punch Man game. I rented it for a little while. I played through it for a little while.
I haven't bought an anime game since Jump Force.
I didn't want to buy it because I'm like, do I want to support this official release or do I want to? Because fucking GameFly, shout out to GameFly. You know what I'm saying? GameFly bought it already, and they're like renting it to me. I'm just playing it for a couple of days and sending it back, paying like $2. You know what I'm saying? $3, however long I had it for. But the point is, I don't know if I could invest in a game. Another Bandai game, because I bought the One Piece game because it was on sale. One Piece Power Warriors 3. Bandai just did a sale, so I copped a couple. But I would never just drop it off of its initial release. Not because I don't want them to do good or be successful.
I'm never paying $100 for a Bandai game ever.
Just Jump Force.
And Jump Force did us dirty.
Bro, I paid the huncho. I paid the huncho for the full package. I got the money to pay for it, but it's like, do I want to give my money to somebody who
doesn't take my money with care?
Who I know is robbing me. You know what I'm saying? They're just taking the money and being like, ha 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 ha. It's like going to like a fucked up cheap movie theater. You know they give you the fucked up food and shit like that, but they gouging you. It's all movie theaters, low key.
That's why I only go to the Grand 16.
Like I couldn't do nothing with it.
I'm paying for. If I'm paying for this, I want the works.
It's like somebody selling knockoff Gucci for real Gucci prices. It's like why would I do that?
What you doing, bro? Yeah, no facts.
I'd just rather not have a flex with a Gucci purse.
So next up, we got Appare Ranman. Releases in Japan on April 10th. It's a Funimation release, so I believe we'll get it on April 10th, if not somewhere around there. And it's going to be subbed and dubbed. They released a new trailer for it, but this is the premise. At the end of the 19th century, a boat-carrying broke samurai and a young engineer takes them to America. Short on money, after a slight misunderstanding, this duo decides to compete in a cross-country race that begins in LA and ends in New York City. With their steam-powered cars transportation, these two faces various outlaws and riggers on a quest to make it back home to Japan. This looks pretty damn good.
For sure.
Like, I know we talked about this off air, but this is not the year of the Shonen Jump properties per se, because we got a big year last year. This is a year of these gems like Dorohedoro. We're gonna talk about Beastars in a little bit.
Like the gems.
This seems really good.
This generation's version of because the thing is, we champion these, and don't get me wrong, this is not me comparing any new shows, because like we're head over heels for Dorohedoro, but we're not at the end of it. And plus these other shows are legendary. But when you look at the old shows like Trigun, not Space Dandy, but Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, you know, just that era of like what we consider to be classic, Samurai Champloo, the Untouchables, the Watanabe collection, you know, all the OGs. We kind of look at anime, especially people of our generation, we kind of look at it like, man, we're never going to have that anime. Like Cowboy Bebop is always going to be top tier. There's never going to be anything that gets up there in that ballpark. You know what I'm saying? I feel like while we're getting all these shonen properties, we're going to get like these heavy hitters that like are inspired by older stuff, you know what I'm saying? That are kind of like trying to be the new generation's big hit, you know what I'm saying? By being just thrown off and just being unique. Like, you only got one Akira for sure. You only get one Cowboy Bebop. But I feel the same way about Dorohedoro. You only get one.
Yeah, that shit's amazing.
I haven't got that feeling anywhere else. Like,
exactly.
And Beastars, we just watched, we're gonna get into that later, but we just watched the first 2 episodes, and that scene, that to me was refreshingly unique. It's odd, it's thrown off a little bit. I'm gonna have to get to the end of the series to get my final thoughts. But like at the end of the day, we're in a new anime renaissance. You know what I'm saying?
And like 2020 is weird right now because I don't know the next shonen property that we're gonna get a season from. For sure. Like I'm picturing JJK.
The 3 ones we getting this year, or the 2 ones, is Promised Neverland and Attack on Titan, if you want to consider that shonen.
And I know JJK is coming at the end of the year, but we got some some underlying gems with Darwin's Game. That shit's pretty good too. It's out there on the Funimation app.
Did No Guns Life drop this year?
No Guns Life
end of last year.
The season 2. I mean, well, the second part of the first season is gonna come pretty soon. So that too. Like we're getting these gems right now, and I'm liking it. It's very refreshing.
As far as this new series, like, all you had to say was Funimation, because that's what I really watch it on. But I'm not gonna lie, watching this trailer, it looks like it could be potentially one of those gems that end up being one of, whenever people reflect on the 2020s, this might be one of the ones, and this is early, it's super early to call, but this might be one of those. It looks really appealing to me, like the samurai, and just they had a black dude in there, you know what I'm saying? They had a waifu in there, they had a Chung-Li looking chick in there, you know what I'm saying? It's just, they had all kind of diversity in characters. It looked like it's gonna be action packed. The art style looks amazing. So this is one I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah, and just to make sure the list, like the only shonens we're getting left is Dragon Quest. They think we're gonna get Fire Force season 2 this year. I don't know if we're getting that. Haikyuu, I'm excited to watch.
I don't even know if Dragon Quest is gonna be a shonen. It might.
They say Dr. Stone Wars may come out this year.
What, is that a movie?
No, that's gonna be a series. That's gonna be like just
the season 2. Yeah.
We're gonna have Promised Neverland, like you said, Attack on Titan final season, and then Ahiru no Sora, the basketball anime right now. So, and then My Hero season 4. So it's like we gotta. I'm liking these gems, like you said. When we talk about Beastars, that was very refreshing. Dorohedoro's refreshing in its own way. Like I'm digging these non-traditional shonen jump.
And then even the shonen, like we're getting our My Heroes, Demon Slayers, Black Clovers, but we're also getting Promised Neverlands. We're also getting Dr. Stones. We're also getting Haikyuus. And the thing, Slam Dunk and Prince of Tennis, certain sports anime's been popping in the East, but in the West, like, I can't think of any. Like, I remember being into Hikaru no Go, the manga, when I was younger, but I can't remember a sports anime popping off in America. So seeing Haikyuu do as good as it's doing, and just the basketball ones, like, I feel like this is the perfect era to be an anime fan.
Yeah, especially since there's no sports right now. Like,
I really want to appreciate it while we're in it, because 10 years from now, old elitists are still gonna be like, Cowboy Bebop, yada yada. But maybe the generation that's young right now, in 10, 20 years when they're our age, they're gonna be like, yeah, gems. My Hero is the Dragon Ball of our era. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Something like that. Yeah. All right, the final news story is part of a question. Shout out to Overlord Hades on IG. He asked for our thoughts on the coronavirus delaying Re:Zero season 2. And look, they're trying to make it to where they can finish up, they can have everything ready to go and do a big release bang. I get why they're delaying it. It's like movies are being delayed right now. I understand, especially if they're not finished. And it sucks right now, but that's something we got to deal with. My thing is, I'm kind of glad that we're still getting shown in manga. Like, that's what scared me. Like, I was super scared that, like, One Piece might go on break, My Hero might go on break, but we're still getting chapters week to week. And as anime and manga fans, I know a lot of people, especially in the West, were waiting for ReZero, the new season. We're just going to have to roll with the punches and get it when we get it and just be thankful that we are still getting stuff.
For sure. And I don't know. I'm not saying I don't want new anime, but I feel like the anime that we're getting right now is already done. The anime that's a lot of anime that's kind of pre-worked on already will still be releasing. And I'm not caught up on all my favorite gems. Like I'm not caught up with Black Clover yet. I'm not caught up with a lot of things that I need to catch up on. So this quarantine, this slow production of new shit will have me going back and checking out old gems that I might have slept on, because I haven't even peeped ReZero from the front. So maybe I could probably peep the original season of ReZero and get caught up before we even get a new season. You know what I'm saying? So
True. And during the quarantine, I've been watching Soul Eater. So, like, you know, I've been digging it. Shout out to Makai Moss putting me on.
Yeah, and like we need not saying we need slow production. We've been getting so many bangers, like back to back. Maybe a little small, because there was a point in time where we weren't getting these bangers back to back. So we gotta wait a little long. Like, we waited fucking how long for Attack on Titan season 2? What, One Punch Man season 2?
A long time.
So it's like we could wait a little longer for this, and not saying me specifically, because I'm not a big, like I said, I need to start ReZero, but like we could, unless you telling me like there's a Yu Yu Hakusho reboot coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody was like, oh, Dragon Ball Super's dropping July, oh, now we gotta push it back to September, I'd be like, whatever.
But I get why he's like this may affect, because ReZero, a lot of people are real fans of it, and like. It sucks, but if they're not finished it and they have to like go to work, I get why production is like halting, and I get why we're pushing it back. So I'm not. But if they're just pushing it back just to push it back, to wait like to make sure everybody can fully watch it, I get that too. Cause like, but the argument is, put it out, people are at home, so it's like, I get both sides.
But we already got content. But for them, it would be smart for them to put it out. But if, like you said,
but
if
it's not done,
if it's not done,
if it's not done, then like I get why they don't want to bring people to work. Or if they have a rollout plan, I get that too. But it's like, you could switch your roll up a little bit to match these times, because everybody's at home.
Yeah.
But you may think that like they're only thinking about this Corona, so they might not watch. I don't know. It's an interesting thing to see. How does it make you feel? Let us know. I believe your name is. Let's know what you think, Overlord Hades. We want to know your thoughts. You can hit us up on IG, Anime Talk Pod, or on Twitter, Chrissa SJE, Lynn BWT, or BrosWhoThink on Twitter. Hit us up. But, all right, so we asked you guys, we're going to be doing this every Sunday before we record. And also, if you're listening to this pod, we released the audio version later. The video version is on YouTube every other Tuesday on the normal old listening schedule. So, like, I know the audios gets it a couple days later, but if you guys want to stay up to date, you can get it on YouTube. Just search BrosWhoThink, and it's the only content. No other pod's putting out content on our YouTube. We're the only video content on the network right now. So if you want to watch it when Twitter and everybody else watches it, go check it out on YouTube. But like I said, every Sunday we starting to ask you guys to what you want us to talk about, dictate the conversation, put in questions, and we got a good bit from you guys. So thank you for everybody who sent in a question, and you can also send it through the website, because we have some of those as well. But the first thing I want to talk about, I saw Pharaoh talk about this on Twitter, and I got to shout out Pharaoh. He made a post about 4 different doctors and who would be the first to cure Corona. So I want to ask you, who do you think the best anime doctor to handle the coronavirus situation would be?
I don't know. I can't think of too many doctors in anime. And like, off the top of my head, you know what I'm saying? Sakura, Medical Ninja?
I chose Chopper. Because I think Chopper could handle the virus.
What about my son Law, though? You know what I'm saying?
Law probably could. My son Lund, because he got the Api Api no Mi. He could probably handle Corona.
My son Law could get it done.
Yeah, Law could definitely get it done. Law and Chopper would be good. I don't think Tsunade would be good, because she's just like messing with blood. She don't like blood, and I don't know if she can like cure something. She can just heal things. Like, she would just heal people, but I don't know if she could cure, like. And same thing with Recovery Girl. But when you think about scientists, you think Dr. Gero could cure it? Because you don't think Dr. Gero could cure it?
All he could do is like give you a new body.
What about Dr. Frankenstein from Soul Eater?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. Dr. Frankenstein. I ain't really seen him do too much.
He was just dissecting shit.
Yeah, he was cool, but I ain't really seen him get no science off.
Okay.
Senku could get it done.
Senku could get it done.
Senku could get it done. If Senku could get it done in Stone World, Senku could definitely get it done right now. Like if Senku was in this timeline, he would have got it done already.
What do you think about the doctor from Bleach?
I can't even really.
The nigga that got like
with the hat and shit?
The black face nigga with all the like paint on his face and shit. The dude that Uryu fought in the Soul.
Ugly guy, ugly man, fucking clown.
You're farther ahead in Bleach than me.
I hate that guy. He a clown, like. But I ain't gonna lie. Maybe they on some afterlifely shit.
Look, I don't think Tsunade could get it done. Orochimaru gonna get it done.
Oh my god,
he charging a lick for it.
I know who's not gonna get it done. My son from Yu Yu Hakusho that was cutting niggas. The doctor that was slicing motherfuckers up. He'll probably kill more people. I'm trying to think about just doctors. I think I know in anime.
Trying to think of any.
Definitely not a doctor that's getting My Hero canceled.
Oh yeah, Dr. Ujiko. He could probably find the cure though, but like I said, he would do some fuck shit with like Orochimaru. Like,
what about homegirl from Dorohedoro? With the recovery.
Oh, Noi
with the recovery magic.
Oh,
well, she couldn't. You can't recover from.
Well, she would just cure Nick. Does it heal him? I don't know how. Because Noi can bring people back from the dead, so it's like, and she heals like body parts.
Like, what if you die from the coronavirus? She bring you back and you just don't got it no more. It already killed you. You can't still have it.
I wonder if Noi could heal people. That would be a quite like. Could the Black Clover healing magic work too?
I mean, magic is magic. If it's healing magic, I mean, I'm sure it'll handle any ailment. Yeah, true. If it can bring you back from death,
I definitely don't think the doctor from Monster could do it because he's just a. Well, this is. I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. I was about to just. I wasn't about to spoil anything, but I was just about to say he's like a normal doctor. Like, like, if he's smart enough, he could do it. But like, in terms of anime doctors, like these people getting it done like ASAP.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they got powers.
If I had to bet on one person, it's Senku. Not a doctor, but
super smart. Yeah. Oh man, I'm going either. In terms of doctors, Tony Chopper and Law getting it done.
Yeah, I feel like both of them are good options.
Done. Orochimaru getting it done, bro. I'm sorry.
Orochimaru might be able to get it done.
Or Kabuto.
The only nigga I'm 100% putting money up on is Senku. Just cause I have no doubt in my mind he could do it, and not only do it, but do it easily. Yeah. Especially given if it in Stone World, he might be able to do it slowly. Niggas might die in the process, like on the way from this time. But in real time, like if he was in this timeline, that's one person I'm putting 100% money on. But everybody else, I'm sure they could do it too. Because the thing is, not saying we're gonna have a treatment for it eventually. Yeah, like there's no way we're gonna go into 2022 and still be like, so 6 billion people so far the coronavirus
shout out
is
to all
taken.
the doctors because they are definitely working on.
And they're busting
working
their
on a
ass.
vaccine right now. Fast.
Yeah, so please, anime doctor in real life, we will crown you. I will get somebody to draw your ass, man. Just make sure you get your shit. If it's not asking for too much by June, so I could go to DreamCon. I don't want to miss DreamCon, baby. Let's get it in.
Yeah, we want to. That would be lit. We trying to definitely go out there and.
Where the anime doctors at, bro? Pull up.
But all right, so the next question we got, how? Okay, so this is from. I want to say who all these people are from. Hold on, give me a sec. I'm gonna read the question while I pull it up. So, how do you and Chrissa analyze and critique anime since you started the podcast? Do you roll it over into other mediums like music, movies, and TV? It's interesting because I do a movie pod and because I do a music pod as well. Well, the bros, and this is from what do you say, anime? Shout out to my boy Peter. But yeah, since I do other pods, it's like once I started doing podcasts, I started critiquing things differently. But even before then, I always looked at it to try to like find my own personal fan arguments. So I keep the fan perspective, but then in terms of like movies, anime, TV, music, I look at it from these perspectives. Impact among the world. I'm looking at it an impact in my everyday life. I looked at it as for the specific, whether it's like anime, animation, TV, story structure. Story structure goes across all genres. Movies, same thing. I look at in terms of music, like how is the art received? How is the art presented? And how is the art compared to the past work of the person? So there's these different qualifications, but yes, it bleeds over into every other facet.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the things that like I was already thinking about just become more prevalent.
Facts.
Like being a musician, I usually I like to keep my artist integrity and just 100% try my best to keep business out of it as far as when I create. But it's hard when you're doing this as a job and trying to push out a product and turn it into a product to not look at your art as a product. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm looking at art that I didn't see as a product, especially that we're talking about it deeper. It affects the way I watch anime. Just thinking about all this like before doing anime talk, I was aware of, because I look at anime talk like Sports Center for anime. So looking at this and breaking it down, we low key get onto some deeper levels than like your average like say the kids. Shout out to the kids if y'all are watching that were at Mississippi Anime Fest. They were at the front. They're probably watching Dragon Ball, but they may know who Toriyama is. They may read Shonen Jump. They may know what Shonen Jump is.
The business side of it.
They definitely don't know what Shueisha is. They definitely don't know Toei. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like we're like, oh yeah, Toei is gonna kill this. Oh, Ufotable hasn't failed us yet. Oh, but you know what I'm saying? We're looking into the logistics and we're looking into the product side of it as well as the
art side.
The art side, and looking into that deeper kind of made me, because I've never really cared in regular mediums about like imagine all the Marvel movies and everything.
Oh yeah, no, that definitely real thing.
Like I care. I know about box sales. I know if it does good or if it does bad. But now I'm kind of looking at the streaming wars with everything. Like when I looking at the streaming wars in anime makes me look at the streaming wars with like Disney Plus coming into play. Like I'm watching them. I'm like, good move, Disney. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there looking at the logistics of how they did that, why they waited, and how anime companies could use that. Like say Toonami wants to come out, like I could, if I was working on that team, I could kind of help them adjust some shit. Just kind of been paying attention to anime in general, and I've also been paying attention to the background things of how not just social media marketing goes, but social media marketing and how social media influences the streaming wars.
Yeah,
like they literally, like us on Twitter tweeting like I think that's the reason why we're getting the Demon Slayer game, because I know I personally have tweeted Demon Slayer game, I want it. People are watching.
This
you know
is
what I'm saying?
the time where fans can dictate what some of these companies do.
That Sonic trailer looks trash. Why you got Sonic looking ugly as fuck? Change that shit.
Enough people said they weren't gonna go watch. No, and that's the thing. And that's what we look at. We look at the business side of things. We look at who's making things. It's doing this podcast and the way I critique anime. I critique the art side through like what we stated earlier, but I also critique it due to the who's making it, like business wise of it, like looking at like, oh, is this studio putting out garbage? Is this studio's putting out heat? Like, who's behind this? How the mangaka doing? Mm-hmm. And like, that's the things we look for: story structure, impact, all those things, as well as business.
And I'm definitely looking as far as into manga production as well, just because as far as my favorite manga anime like Blood Lad and the ones that got canceled in anime, or a lot of my favorite manga that got canceled manga, you know what I'm saying? You could kind of, just from from a fan perspective, you don't really see stuff like that coming, but knowing some behind the scenes stuff, you kind of predict certain things. Things don't get shocked to you. You get kind of let down easy to where you're like, why no new fucking Bleach season? Why no new, you know what I'm saying? You're kind of paying attention. You're seeing things slowly, signs slowly. Because see me, I'm looking at Toonami doing Uzumaki. I'm looking at that as a slow step of them going into the streaming wars. They sit there like, we're going to get into original content.
Because they're partnered with HBO Max.
Oh, well, see, I was saying that whenever we had the Uzumaki, was it partnered at that point in time?
That was like, they might have been in talks, but that release is part of that.
Okay, but they never announced it when they announced the release.
No, I don't think so.
When they announced the release, I'm sitting there like, ooh, they're about to get into the streaming game. And then, lo and behold, they're about to do it. Yeah,
Crunchyroll, HBO Max, and Toonami got the big partnership.
And now you just know what more content to expect. And now if I hear...
That's what the Crunchyroll originals, like that stuff is like just prevalent.
And then even, like you see Crunchyroll originals, now you're seeing Funimation originals. So... I'm loving this. I'm loving the whole stream awards. I'm loving the behind the scenes stuff just as much as I'm loving the actual content they're delivering us.
But yes, no, it definitely rolls into other mediums.
And plus, you know what I'm saying? I need these endorsements, baby. Look, what's up, Crunchyroll, man? Y'all my favorite, man. I love y'all, man. I be with Funimation. Don't get me wrong. I watch Funimation, but when y'all drop them originals, I'm gonna be with that original bag.
100%. But yeah, to answer, it definitely rolls into music, movies, TV, all that stuff. Because if you'd have heard the off-air music conversation we had, that was 100% what that was. And you can check that out Thursday because Chrissa will be on the Bros Who Think podcast. But all right, next question we got is from Justin BP. Shout out to our guy. When was the first time you watched subbed over dubbed? When was the first time I watched subbed? Oh, I know when that was. That easy. When I stopped watching Naruto and I picked it back up when I was like, oh, they're making it in Japan. Like, I don't have to wait for Toonami. I can keep watching. Like, oh, I can get in the Shippuden, 100%.
Well, the first time I've watched sub over dub is when I didn't have an option of dub, like Super and Shippuden. You know what I'm saying? Probably was Shippuden first.
Yeah, that's when I was in high school. That was definitely when I started watching sub. Like probably my sophomore year.
Hunter. I watched the full Hunter bag before I watched the dub. Usually I'm a dub guy. Not saying I'm one of those guys just like dub is better than sub. But as a casual watcher of certain series, like there are certain series that I'm gonna watch casually, and there are certain series that I'm gonna watch. Like Promised Neverland, I watch sub, and I'm probably always gonna watch that sub, even though there's a dub out, unless I'm casually just having it on. You know what I'm saying? But I usually go for sub when I'm paying a lot of attention. But if I'm just watching something, like if I'm watching Shin-Chan in the crib, it's gonna be dub. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to clear that. I'm not a dub guy. I love subs just as much as I love dubs, but I'm a busy guy. I'm always on the move. I'm always playing my Switch. I'm just to dedicate myself to watching 100% sub would be kind of a lot. You know what I'm saying? And unless I knew Japanese, then I wouldn't have to think that much about it. I wouldn't have to read anything. But I don't know. First one that I prefer the sub over dub, or is it the first one?
I guess it's the first one that the first time you chose to watch sub over dub.
Oh, you already said yours?
Yeah. When Naruto and Toonami stopped playing new shit, and I was like, oh, there's Shippuden. I was freshman or sophomore year in high school, and I was reading the manga, and I was like, oh, there's episodes out. Started watching it, and then from that point on, I was like, oh, there's subbed anime. It was over with at that point.
Well, I guess I could say Hunter then, because that was the first time I really chose to watch the sub, because there wasn't a dub out. But at the same time, I wanted to watch the sub because I wasn't gonna wait for the dub. Like I made that choice. Cause a lot of the times with certain shows, I'd be like, I wait for the dub. Okay. Like I remember when we watched My Hero, I was watching it dub, and then there was certain episodes where a week would fall back, and I watched it sub, watch it dub, and have to watch the next episode sub, and it was kind of, you know what I'm saying, getting to me. I'm used to watching My Hero dub, but sub isn't bad. I love watching My Hero sub. It's just a lot of times I be in the mood because My Hero is deep to certain levels, but it's not like you miss one line or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm watching it sub, I could probably look away and miss a couple, like, especially right now, the fucking school dialogue, it's just regular high school dialogue. You see the key parts, but it's not like Promised Neverland, to where if you are reading and you miss one little line, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You lost. Because I know Promised Neverland, there was a point in time when them subs was dropping paragraphs at the bottom of the screen, and they would be there for like a second or two, and they would flip, and I'd be like, run it back.
Yeah, look, I must say I've been watching the last two anime because I took a little break from besides the stuff we watch weekly, and then like now this quarantine I've just been cranking out the anime, finding my way back in it. I'm in it deep again. I've been watching Soul Eater dubbed. I'm gonna watch Beastars dub as soon as we finish this out. So like I'm getting into my dub bag a little bit, but
Beastars is a good dub too.
Totally still watching subs the whole time.
The one sub I love over dub though is Demon Slayer. I love the dub voice actors. I champion, I forget the guy's name, but I tweeted him a while back. But I love Zenitsu's voice actor. But
the big three, man, I choose the two big three. Those are the dub. I have to watch those things sub. One Piece and Naruto, I have to. I cannot watch those things dub at all. Mm-hmm. That's like just my two, like those two things to me hit me a different way when I hear their sub voices.
There's only a couple things I really can't. I just can't watch dub. You know, I refuse.
And for me, that's them. But let's get into our final question sent to us by Haz. Shout out to Haz. So recently, I got back into shonen anime and caught up on My Hero and Black Clover. When Black Clover came out, it was extremely slow and it got panned for that. I feel like it's fair to say My Hero's first season has no real stakes, which is then followed by the high-intensity hero killer stuff mid-season 2, and then we go right back to school testing calm, ultimately, for me at least, leading to extremely unsatisfying payoffs and unforced moments and unearned moments of character development. All of that to say, I feel like pacing has become a big issue in shonen now. What's your opinion on that? Do you agree, disagree, or am I just a hater of shonen? I'm not going to call you a hater of shonen, Taz, but I think, for example, with anime in particular, I think because they have to stretch out some of this content, that's why pacing might be slower in the animes, and that may just be me because I read a lot of shonen manga more so than I probably say I watch. Like I watch shonen anime for the show, but if you ask me where I consume my most shonen content, it's from manga, and I don't have much problems with the My Hero pacing in the manga. I think it's actually great, and I don't think the pacing in the show is that bad. I think it's decent compared to the manga. I think it's better than One Piece. It's better than Naruto's pacing was. I like it more than Black Clover's pacing was, but there are pacing concerns compared to the manga. But I just feel that due to these people trying to we're in this anime renaissance, they're trying to stretch out some of this story as much as they can. And that's why I think the pacing issues with shonen comes in.
I'm an old guy. I'm an old nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problems with the new era's pacing. I think they do it amazingly. Just because I come from the era of watching Dragon Ball and having to wait years to get the fucking full series. True. Just because off of the strength of, like, I probably was watching Dragon Ball from 7 to fucking 12 to get the full boot, just to get Tell the Boot arc. If
we're being honest, even Yu Yu Hakusho had some pacing issues.
I love Yu Yu Hakusho, but to be honest with you, you talking about towards the end?
I'm talking about the whole kid and caboodle.
Well, me being a stan of Yu Yu Hakusho, I can't speak on that 100%, but I can say, looking from the outside, looking in from a perspective of someone who would have problems with the pacing of Yu Yu Hakusho, I could imagine that, like, I read the manga.
I mean, and look, I don't have a problem with it, but I can add.
No, it's
just deliberately paced, and I'm not gonna say it has a slow pace. I'm gonna just say it's very deliberately paced the way it is.
What you mean, like going from piece to piece, or arc to arc?
Just the inside of each arc of Yu Yu Hakusho, there's moments where I feel like you can speed some of this up.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is definitely true,
and that's the pacing issue.
Not a lot of things, but there are certain things like I understand, because, you know, I hate this fucking
Inside the Dark Tournament in specifically.
Oh, I love the Dark Tournament fights. Like, just because to me the Dark Tournament, the whole shebang, it's like a build up.
I agree, but like some of the doctor stuff, some of this, just certain, and then like with,
you talking about like Dr. Ichigachi?
Yeah,
Ichigaki?
Just certain things, and then in terms of like dealing with in the Saint Beast arc, how much he had to deal with the top person for so long.
That's my main one.
The whole time they were stretching that out with him just keep multiplying and like.
Yeah, that was annoying. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted that to get over it, because I love the Kuwabara fight, love the Karma fight. Excuse me, love the Hiei fight. Then when you get to Yusuke, my favorite character in the show, he gets to fight this guy, and it's like, it's not like it's a villain that I hate. But it's not like a villain that upon first view, I'm like, this guy isn't aesthetically pleasing. He doesn't look badass. He doesn't act badass. Because he's your typical villain. He's evil. He's whatever. But it was so drawn out. And I was so tired of watching that shit by the time it ended.
That's my thing with the new era shonen. It's like their pacing to me is good.
See,
I enjoy it.
Exactly. Look at the amount of filler they give us.
And to your question, I think we might just be shonen fans.
And we're definitely shonen fans. To a certain extent, because I'm not a shonen stan to where I can't admit
when they have problems. Facts.
Because there are certain problems, but being a fan, I just know that I was originally a shonen fan coming from Dragon Ball, having the million episodes worst pacing of all time. So I'm looking at it like, okay, is the new generation of shonen pace bad? No, because the worst it gets is Dragon Ball Z, and I love that shit as a kid. Now, I understand why. I remember whenever Kai first came out, people were like, why are you giving us Dragon Ball Z? Kai is whack. With Dragon Ball Z is the classic. But to be honest with you, Dragon Ball Z Kai cut out a lot of the that we would hear for 3 episodes just to kind of stretch it super long. And Naruto, One Piece, not so much One Piece. Usually Naruto and Bleach are my main references for filler, but there are certain shows where the pacing gets interrupted by years of filler.
But wait. I'm not gonna even let you do that, because the One Piece manga is different than the pacing in that anime is just they stretch shit out.
Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, One Piece,
I'm not talking about the manga One Piece, because I'm a One Piece manga stan. I read that shit every week. I love that. Mm-hmm. But bro,
yeah,
the anime.
Oh my god,
that talk about deliberately pacing. Like, when and stretching that shit.
When I think about how long Thriller Bark arc was, how long the Inaru arc was.
Bro, the Inaru arc kills me, bro.
I love both of them, but the fucking Luffy versus Lucci, longest fight in all history. One of the most badass fight. But we were talking about that Mississippi Anime Fest. We were talking about how, you know, great fights, and we were talking about how the length of fights kind of fuck shit up. And in One Piece, I can't name you a 1 episode fight. I just can't. Like, there's no fights that just happen that fast. Maybe. No, I can't think of certain moments in fights happen, but like the fight starts and ends is like 5 episodes. You know what I'm saying? There's no way.
And my thing with the whole, and yeah, I'm not gonna say you're a shonen hater, but you just might not be a shonen fan. That just might be what it is. And to your My Hero stuff, I'm not gonna. That's your opinion on My Hero, because I feel that for season 1 to make me fall in love with the characters when the main character was just constantly hurting himself. And then to see his growth, the moments where he wins are payoffs for me because I like Deku as a character.
And certain things need to happen certain ways. Like, you have to see Deku at that point to understand Deku at this point and really appreciate it.
And that's why those character moments, because we saw him work his way up to that, that's why I think they're satisfying for me at least.
And the thing with pacing is how long until the payoff, kind of. Because, like, with me, you get the Deku shit and you're like, okay, is he gonna be this bitch the whole fucking series? And it's like, you don't see too much of that. We're on episode like 80 something. He's badass Deku right now. Like, he cries every once in a while. I'll give everybody that. I'll give the haters on to, you know how everybody wants to say Deku's a crybaby. I get it. He cries every once in a while, but he shows his ass more than not. Like, whenever he was ready to fight Shisaki.
It's a different Deku than it was in the first season.
And you really appreciate it more.
Yeah, because like without the first season, you don't, when he fights Overhaul, you don't get the gravitas of that. Mm-hmm. Even to the stuff we're gonna talk about today. I know you're not the biggest fan of the what's the gentle stuff, but even and I'm gonna talk about this. When I read it, I was like, oh, let's just hurry up, get through this gentle arc. But when I watched it, I was like, oh wait, we're talking about Deku's dream. We're seeing him post Chisake. There's a lot of growth here. It may not be the most high octane arc with the least amount of stakes, but in terms of Midori as a character, super, super growth and development to get him to the next phase of where he has to go when we progress to the stuff coming forward.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. And to say I don't really, we'll get to this in the review, and to say I don't really care for this arc as much as I've cared for all the other My Hero arcs, and I'll get into that in a bit. It wasn't like saying it's not my favorite shit. It's not like I'm miserable right now because I've gotten 6 seasons of it. I've gotten like maybe 3 or 4 episodes. We're gonna be out of it soon enough. So I feel like that pacing is amazing. Because let's say I didn't like the Frieza arc. If I'm rewatching Dragon Ball, you know how long I gotta watch that?
I'm gonna save that for, but that point I agree with because I definitely think they could have stretched this, and I'm glad they did not.
Yeah, and they could have. And the thing is, My Hero is really great at cutting the bullshit. Like, I remember watching Attack on Titan for the first time. To me, the pacing was just horrible because you didn't really get any payoff. Like, I'm watching this for like 10 episodes and like, why am I even watching this? Like, my boy Doom, and seeing him rewatch it kind of made me sick because he was sitting there, I'm dropping it this episode. And I was like, son, just keep watching. You'll get there, I promise. He's like, no. He's like, I refuse. He's like, I understand you think this show is good. But he's like, bro, I've been watching this shit for this long. He's like, when I watched Parasite, he's like, I watched it for 3 episodes. I was in. You know what I'm saying? It kept me, it was like, it didn't ever feel like I was sitting waiting for something to happen. It was like back to back moments to where you're seeing a progressive story. He was like, with fucking Attack on Titan, he was like, I feel like I'm just watching fucking like random Titan attacks. I'm sitting there like, I get it. You appreciate it more after you get to the end though, because of the payoff. And now I could look at Attack on Titan's pacing and be like, it wasn't paced poorly. It was just meant to be mysterious in the front.
It was deliberately paced.
It was deliberately paced, and it works for some stories, it doesn't for some. I've seen certain stories get canceled because they don't get to it fast enough. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not fine for the fan, but as far as it happens, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, for the person who doesn't know, who's not a manga reader, who's not really into what's going on, the pacing could make or break a show.
Yeah.
So I do understand Haz's point about like pacing being horrible, especially in certain new shows. But I think that's some of the ones you don't see last very long. I think the ones that are at the top are at the top because they kind of look at the old shonen like Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball that are just horrible with pacing at certain times, and they kind of say we don't want to do that because we see people complain about that.
100%. Let's get into our reviews today, and thank you everybody who sent in a question. Again, you can send in questions all week leading up to Sunday night, and then on Sunday night we're going to post it on Twitter, and then you can get it there. Again, you can send questions at www.BrosWhoThink.com or wait for our Sunday thread.
One more thing before we move on. Black Clover pacing is horrible to me if you're watching the anime. Those are a little bit overdrawn, to be honest with you, like for me.
That's why I like the manga got me to love Black Clover, not so much the anime, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I feel like when you're watching the anime, it's so many episodes before you get to, not saying, because you get a lot of action, it's whatever happens, but I feel like fights get stretched, arcs get stretched. I feel like the pacing isn't as good as My Hero or, say, a Demon Slayer or something, one of the new, that's the worst new era as far as pacing to me.
So, but let's get into the reviews. The timeline was abrupt. The timeline was really hot on this Beastars stuff, and I felt it was only necessary for us to at least give you the first 2 episodes, and then for the next anime talk, come in and talk about the season because it's all out right now on Netflix. But we want to give you our first impressions of us watching the first 2 episodes. And like Chrissa said earlier, this was a breath of fresh air. Mm-hmm. It really was. And it's weird. It's different. It's suspenseful. There's action moments. It's all animals. And like the herbivore, carnivore thing is really interesting. This is the closest thing to a slice of life I've watched like in a long time. And I'm really into it. But it's not. It's like it's a thriller. It's a suspense thriller.
Yeah, it's definitely like a mystery suspense thriller. It's got a lot going on, but I like it for that reason.
Yeah, no. So, what'd you think of Legacy, the main character who's the wolf? What'd you think of Louis or Rui, the deer or the buck? What'd you think of just the premise of this show?
I like all the characters that we have been introduced to so far, all of them. I may not care for Rui, antler guy, you know what I'm saying? Deer man. I may not care for him as much as because he did some dick shit episode 1. He's kind of this pretentious little asshole, rich kid, actor. You know, we're all on episode 2, but when you get to episode 2, you know what I'm saying? You kind of feel for him a little bit more. You kind of see a little bit more of his backstory, see a little bit why he is who he is. And you kind of end up not hating him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really like him episode 1. Episode 2, I kind of like him. So I feel like this show itself has a lot of heart for that. Like, I feel like its heart is in its characters. I feel like a lot of things that it shows about its characters are for a reason. I feel like the pacing of this kind of show is deliberate to the point where everything happens, you know what I'm saying, to get a point across. To where you see something, it may seem like nothing, but every single line by every single character means at least something from what I'm seeing so far. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they tie a lot of things together and how they develop these characters in a short amount of time. And I'm just super excited about it.
The first 2 episodes leave you with both great cliffhangers.
For sure.
And it leaves you wondering, what is this show?
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Because at first it's like, okay, is this mystery suspense? We got to figure out who killed, I believe his name is, it's Tim. We got to see who killed Tim or the alpaca. And the second episode, it's like, oh snap! Well, we about to see like furry hentai. Like, what is going on?
And I could kind of see where it's going as far as its premise. Especially like right now, I saw Heavenly Controller post a clip on Twitter talking about, is this what everybody's watching? Is this Beastars? I tried to put on Beastars and what the fuck? And it was like, I haven't watched it yet in the show, but it seems like it's gonna be the beginning of episode 3. So I'm watching it there. I'm like, what is going on? I've seen manga panels get teased. I'm like, what is going on? What are y'all watching right now? What is this? What we've been hyping up? Because I remember when we initially watched the trailer, I'm like, this could be good. And then I saw all that, and I'm like, oh, so this is furry porn. But it seems like I said before, it has a lot of heart, so I don't think it would just put something distasteful out there. Everything that's been done. The
mystery. Like, I want to know who killed Tim.
And I'm not saying that's adding to it, but that's adding to that theme. Like, the mystery, you're like, you don't expect her to do what she does when she does it. And you're like, why the fuck is she doing that? Like, everything that happens is like, what is this world that we're in? You know what I'm saying?
And that's my next point. I love that how you said, like, every little thing in this show matters. And every little thing in this show matters to building the world. Because it's like, for example, when they after the death of the alpaca Tim, when they're going into class, the herbivores are scared. They're standing away from the carnivores, and we see like this tiger like hunched over like he's about to prey, and he's like, bro, y'all don't have to be mad at us. Like, we're carnivores. Like, I didn't eat the alpaca. You know that's against the rules. And then you find out that eating other meats or other flesh is against the rules of the world, is taboo. And then you find out what the carnivores eat about eating soybean patties, and like, I get why they're kind of, because like it's their natural like instincts to eat meat. And it's like you see the I guess the problem that they're building.
And that shit is straight illegal to eat meat.
Is it nature versus nurture? And I love like just what this show is built upon, because it's like naturally they want to eat these people, but because they were brought up this way, they choose not. And how many revert back to their instincts? And see, I love that about this show.
The theme, overall theme that I'm getting from the show, we're not at the end. We'll probably touch on it more when we wrap up the season. But the theme I'm getting from the show is, you know what I'm saying, you aren't who you have to be, or like, just because I'm a wolf doesn't mean I'm gonna bite you. Looks can be deceiving. You don't judge. Like, whenever you saw that happen, episode, minute 1, you saw the guy get killed. What was he, a goat? Whenever the goat got killed, you saw instantly there was a divide in the class. It's like the carnivores are like looked at as, y'all did it. Y'all niggas did it. Like all the herbivores are like, nigga, we didn't do it. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's very parallel to what goes on in real life with like racism and things like that. People look at you, they'll expect you. They only know you for doing certain things. They see Chief Keef in the music videos, so next time they see a guy with dreads, they oh, Chief Keef, he gonna kill me. It's like that. You don't. Looks can be deceiving, and perception is everything. And not only that, but you get to see other sides. Like you get to see Legoshi. You get to see him kind of deal with like, I'm kind of timid, I'm shy, I'm one of these guys who I'm just like, you know, I'm just trying to coast through life, I'm not trying to make waves, I'm just trying to really, you know, just chill.
Do I be myself, or do I like, how do I play this?
And then you see him fight the urges of his instincts and just like do what he is born to do, basically. Like he's born to kill fucking rabbits and eat rabbits, think nothing of it. Like that's what he's supposed to do, but he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, he wants to choose his own path. Nature versus nurture, man.
I love that. I love that the whole concept of it, because you see with the girl, she doesn't want to be the rabbit. You see, she doesn't want to be this looked at as this promiscuous, or looked at like they frown upon her. She just takes all that shit because she feels like she has to. She knows what she is. She knows what she does, if that makes sense. So she just plays her role. We gotta
find that out. We don't know if that's
so far. I can see, but to me, it's looking like she's gonna go through a phase where not go through a phase, but she's gonna go through this character development where she realizes she doesn't have to be who she's born to be.
Yeah, who she's.
I love that. I love the whole Mewtwo aspect of like, you know, I don't have to be this because they made me this. I could be whatever the fuck I want to be.
Yeah, no, look, man.
Powerful themes.
I am really, really digging Beastars, and we, like I said, probably by next episode we'll have a review for it, because not that many episodes, and I'm probably gonna knock that out.
It's 12.
I think it's 12.
12 or 24. Either way, I'm probably gonna knock it out fairly quickly.
Yes, for sure.
Especially with this quarantine fucking shit.
Facts. All right, let's get into Dorohedoro, episode 9 and 10. We're already on 10 episodes.
Man,
both these episodes were jam packed. Episode 9, basically, we learn about Shin and Noi's backstory. We continue the thing where, because Noi got captured, Shin is trying to look for her. They fight these sorcerers. We find out their backstory about all of that. Shin actually gets beat. He gets captured. So Noi and Shin are both captured. And like, how are they going to get out of this? And then we see Kaimon get involved. Kind of him and his pie people who employed him end up killing those peeps. And Noi and Shin get free. But they don't know that it was Kaimon who did it. Kaimon walks directly past Rishu, and like they have a moment where they interlock, and it's like, oh wait, is this going down? And then basically the end of the episode is just with Kaimon and the person he works for, and he's like, oh, I can help you find these cross-eyed people. I know one. They go to the prison where the cross-eyed homie is. He puts his head in his mouth, and he's like, how are you alive, Risu? So we find out that Risu is confirmed 100% the guy inside of Kaimon's mouth. Is that Kaimon? We don't know yet. Are they two separate entities?
Wait, no, is that episode the first one?
Yeah, that's the first one, because the next one is just straight up Nikaido's episode.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so that's the first. And then like he gets eaten or whatever. Oh no, wait. I might be tripping. No,
yeah, 'cause I think that's whenever he realized he has to go save Nikaido.
Yeah, no, you're right.
How did the first episode start?
No. But like the ending that I said, like he does beat up the people and stuff. Like all that happens in the first.
Oh yeah,
episode.
them dudes.
With Shin and stuff. Yeah, with Shin and Noi. I think that might just be it in the first episode. Oh, and then we see Nikaido and her being in the thing, and we're like, oh, she's a sorcerer. She can't.
I think you get that backstory too with Shin and
Shin and Noi. So yeah, that's the first episode. Just Shin and
Noi.
That
was amazing too.
Shin and Noi's backstory. Kaimon saving Shin and Noi, and then we figure out that Nikaido has to be pulled into this.
Mm-hmm. And I think that was the episode where they cross each other too, right? The Nikaido.
Oh no, Nikaido. Shin and Risu.
No, I'm talking about
Risu and Kaimon.
Yeah, Risu and Kaimon. They cross each other. That episode, front to back, which is amazing to me. Both of these episodes are spectacular.
Great, 100%. The next one, we learn more about In's backstory and everything, and how he's this mushroom guy, how he had all this stuff, and then we see Nikaido. He sends the mushroom inside of her to start exploding out, and they capture her. They find out that she's this time person, or has time magic. She builds a contract with In. They force her to. Nikaido's now brainwashed and stuff, and the doctor gets captured. They try to escape, him and Johnson. And mind you, the other doctor dies. They straight up murked him. But Johnson and him try to escape, and then all of a sudden Noi and Shin stop him. Meanwhile, Kaimon's like, yo, I gotta go save Nikaido. I gotta go stop him from all of the. Gotta go save him from In. And the people are like, bro, you can't go help In, and you can't stop In. And he's like, I gotta go anyway.
Yeah.
But the stuff in the jail did happen in this episode.
Rest in peace, fucking Doc, because that nobody expected that. I don't think.
Yeah, I didn't expect that doctor to die.
Especially like that, just bluntly and just.
Kaiman's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, Kaiman will definitely be pissed. Seeing just every single thing that happened in this episode, it felt like 2 long episodes, even though they were compact into a short amount of time.
So much stuff happened. That's why we mix stuff up, because it's like every little thing played out to each other in these past 2 episodes.
It was like a big adrenaline rush this past couple episodes. Like, it was like, oh my God. Like, if you watching the show and you get bored, I don't know what kind of taste you have. I don't know what kind of expectations, because like, you must be watching some God tier shit if you watching this show and you're not like, oh my God, the whole time. Because it's a roller coaster.
Put me on what you watching.
Yeah, because this is one hell of a roller coaster. I can't see anyone coming away from this without being, especially watching from episode 1 and getting to this point. I can't see you watching it right now and not being mind blown, because everything that happens. So the pacing in this show, there's no filler. It's all killer. Like,
I'm interested to see if Risu and Kaimon are one person. How is Risu inside of his mouth? Like, I'm interested to see if Kaimon goes back to being Risu. Are they one and the same? I'm interested to see, like, how does Nikaido break this stuff within? Because like, they're in a partnership till the next Blue Night, and like how's she gonna break this contract? What's up with the whole devil situation? Like, how that's gonna play out?
That is crazy. Apparently, devils, because the whole backstory with
Noi was she was trying to be a devil.
Yeah, and she couldn't be a devil because she failed her test by using magic, and that seems like there's a big line there between whether you're gonna be a sorcerer or a devil, and they do 2 completely different things, and they're on 2 opposing sides and in the same world.
But they work together because like the devil's working with In to get the contract with Nikaido.
You're right. That's true.
So like, how do they? And, like,
but they definitely have different powers.
The devil made the mask for Nikaido too, that gives her ultimate sorcerer strength because she whooped In's thing ass.
I want to know more about that. I really, one thing I want to learn more about is whenever Kaimon put his head over the prison, bit the prisoner's head, and the prisoner freaked out. Was like, I know that nigga. He said, "That's Boss Man." Like, he said,
no.
Like,
he asked, did the boss send him?
I thought that. No, I thought he was saying, did the boss send Kaimon? I thought he was saying that Risu was the boss, and did he send Kaimon to him? If that makes sense.
Oh, I thought it was that he knew that was Risu, but did the boss send Kaimon to go fuck him up, or did the boss send him to save him, or some shit like that? I don't think Risu's the boss, because we see real life Risu and he like freaking out.
But they say
or
showed,
like reborn Risu.
Basically, what I'm getting at is there's apparently the reason why I said boss and just shit like that is because the cross eyes apparently signify something.
Oh, they got a gang.
It's a gang. Yeah. It's a cross eye gang, and not only does the prisoner have the cross eyes, but Risu and Kaimon, if not they're the same person. But I want to see what's up with this cross eyed. I saw another cross eyed character earlier on in the show, and I was wondering like. There's not a lot. There's only Risu, Kaimon, and this random character you see in like episode 6 or 7. Just randomly. You don't see him long. You see him real quick. He does something, and it's not no one we've been introduced to. It doesn't seem to bear any significance to anything in this story. But going back on it, I wonder if he did, because these cross-eyed people have something going on with them. And I'm definitely curious to the hierarchy of that.
How did Ebisu turn Kaimon into a lizard? Because that's another thing.
Yeah, and the whole Ebisu is probably one of my favorite characters.
Oh, Ebisu's hilarious.
Ebisu,
man.
My top favorite characters right now, because I just love funny characters. Ebisu and shocking fucking Johnson.
Johnson,
bro.
Johnson is hilarious. Those 2 are some of my favorite characters.
Every time
too.
he kills me, bro.
Bro, between Ebisu doing dumb shit and like when Ebisu took out the fake titties out of her dress and Fujita was just playing with him, like, what is this? And I'm just like
perfect comic relief. That's the perfect balance to the craziness.
Ebisu is a clown, and then every time Johnson says shocking.
Every time he says shocking, it hits hard. Like, no matter what, because he says it in the funniest times. He's like, shocking! Or he says his other little squee or whatever. He's just a comical character. Perfect 2 comic relief characters. They add incredible balance to this wild show.
I gotta give both these episodes at least a 4.7, 4.8.
Yeah, I gotta give them a 4.8, like if not a 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These might be 5s.
Yeah, because the shit that went down, bro, I want to say 5, but I feel like we haven't seen the 5 yet. I feel like we haven't broke the Richter scale to where it's like 10. You know what I'm saying? 15. Right now, I want to give it max. The only reason why it's keeping me from giving it the max is because I feel like we're going to see the max.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So I'll say 4.9 even. It's almost there. If it would have just had a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, we still got a lot of mysteries, and we got a lot of mysteries solved. But at the same time, I feel like we'll appreciate these episodes more when we get everything. So I feel like once we get to the end of Dorohedoro, we can go back to the front and be like, damn, this was good. They teased us so much shit. I feel like everything I've seen in Dorohedoro so far, like, you know how I'm questioning the other guy with cross eyes. Like, I'm sitting there looking at this show like they're not just giving us some bullshit mindless show. They're giving us a lot of things to break down and examine. And it's kind of too much to chew while you're eating it. Like, you don't really, it's got an aftertaste where you go back, you be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like, shit is lit, and I'm loving every moment of Dorohedoro.
For sure.
Giving them both 4.8s. Solid. Let's get to My Hero. First episode, Deku versus Gentle Criminal. In this episode, we find out about Deku's glove powers, about how he can shoot the wind bullets, and how Hatsume made the glove even better. We start the fight of the Gentle versus Deku. We learn Gentle's powers about elasticity. They end up fighting in this, like, this construction site, and basically Gentle kind of puts Deku in a corner, and Deku doesn't back down. He tracks him into the forest, and the episode ends with them getting ready to do the main fight in the next episode.
So we're gonna talk about both of these at once?
Oh, we can talk about them both at once if you want.
Well, because I'm looking at it like I definitely want to say I liked the first episode more than I liked the second one.
Oh, with the backstory of Gentle in the second one, and then finishing the fight.
Yes, I did like the backstory with Gentle. I liked the backstory with
La Brava.
I loved the fight was cool. I'm not gonna lie, the fight was definitely decent. But talking about the first episode, I really love seeing Deku stand up to Gentle. I really love seeing Gentle's reaction to it. It was really dope, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the way he was so nonchalant about it, but he was kind of feeling Deku out at the same time. He's like, this nigga might be strong. Let's see what's up with this little dude. Oh, he's fast. He's like, he might be somebody. Work, you know what I'm saying?
And like, he suspended his plan because he was like, I got to give this young kid the time of day. Cause he's the real deal. So that was pretty much episode 84. We'll talk about 85 now. 85, we get into the backstory of La Brava. We learn how she confessed her love to someone. They didn't respond to it well. She became a shut-in. She fell in, became a fan to Gentle. She goes to him like, I want to help you. And they go through this whole thing. Gentle starts painting his eyes because he ends up finding friendship and caring for La Brava, and like gives her the name La Brava, and they start being a duo. And then we find out her quirk power is love. She gives Gentle this boost of super strength, or this boost of love power to boost his stamina, his speed, his strength. Give him a boost. And then we see that fight between Deku and Gentle, and how they have dreams like he can't let La Brava down, but Deku's like, I can't let All Might, Mirio, Eri, all the people who got me here down. I love the moment where Deku was just like, bro, I fought stronger people than you. If you think that little knock to the back of the head just gonna knock me out, I'm getting up. See, that's why I fucked with these Gentle episodes, because this arc 100%, if you're not a Deku fan, this is not an arc, like, no Todoroki action, like, this isn't for the class.
Mm-hmm.
This arc gives you payoff for Deku. All right, he has his dream. He's come this far. He's bounced back from the overall. He's now, let me not say seasoned, but now he has his foot on, like, he's in the game now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he's no longer breaking body parts, having to go all out to beat someone. Like, nah, he got 20% full calling, and he's learning his moves.
Now, see, this is just my personal opinion, but this is the problem I had with this episode. Episode 86 or 85?
I believe it's 86.
This is the problem I've had with this episode.
85.
A couple things rubbed me the wrong way, and there was a point in time when I'm watching this episode where I felt, and this is the first time I felt this arc, but I felt like this whole arc was forced. And this is the whole time I felt like this, the whole time watching My Hero from the jump. I feel like it was forced exposition to show Deku's growth, like you said, to show his new power, to show Deku just be badass. I feel like you could have given him another, you didn't have to give him a throwaway villain. You didn't have to give him like a villain to just come do some fuck shit. Like, you didn't have to give him a filler arc villain, but not filler. Like, you made a filler arc canon, if that makes sense. And it didn't feel like that at first. To me, before you see the Deku, before you even really get to see what his quirk is, the elasticity or whatever, you don't get to see him really use it in a way, you know what I'm saying, in a fight or whatever. I'm thinking this guy's at least got to be an opponent with this badass kind of quirk that's gonna really give Deku a run for his money, and he kind of did for a second.
Do you feel this is because you're a villain guy and you wanted more from the villain?
I wanted a lot more from the villain. Just the fact that Labrava's power was, her quirk was love, and it's like, the quirk of love is like lame. I didn't like that a lot. And I like Labrava as far as just her character up until that point. I liked Gentle up until the point where I just didn't take him serious anymore. Because it's like, there was a point where I felt like I should have took him, even though he's goofy. He's a goofy YouTube character, but I felt like he was going to pose some kind of threat to Deku. When Deku, like, whooped his ass, Deku kind of, like, got beat up a little too much. Or he had to work a little too hard for that. I know he really smacked him, like, spanked him. It was like, sit down, I've fought and, I've beaten stronger guys than you. But at the same time, he did give Deku a little workout.
But let me pose a counter to that. Because to beat off, after you have something like Overhaul where you give Deku 100%, and it's through Eri, you got to take a step back and let's see where he's at by himself and see if we can push him and challenge him with just him by himself.
And see, I would love to see that. I would love to see Deku get his ass kicked a little bit and then be like, okay, I could do this with whatever percent instead. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't think that was accomplished in this?
Gentle just wasn't the one I wanted to see it with. Because Gentle, he just wasn't. He didn't pose enough of a threat to me. I don't want to see another Overhaul back to back. You know what I'm saying? I know it was going to be a smaller scale arc, but to me it felt like it was just to show off Deku's new shoot style, his new like fist shot power. It was just to show like a little bit of progression in his strength, but at the same time, it could have been done, executed a little bit more to where I felt like there was a point in time where I didn't feel like there was any risk, and from the jump, it's like a fucking festival, and he's just interrupting the festival, probably to goof off. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if he was going to do anything besides just ruin their day. He wasn't trying to kill them. He's a gentle superhero. I mean, a gentle villain, or gentle criminal, which kind of, he wasn't going to pull up to UH and just kill everybody or like blow something up. The stakes were never high to begin with, but I didn't really feel, it felt like the stakes were higher than were, even though from the jump I knew they weren't.
The only stakes were that Eri wouldn't get to go to the festival.
And I love seeing the fact that it's Eri versus Labrava at a certain point. Like, you see Labrava, she's like this little girl, and she wants to see...
And that's why they're both similar, because they're fighting for similar things.
And I did like that, to a certain extent.
It shows the juxtaposition of how Deku could have been gentle in any form, in like another...
And see, don't get me wrong, right? Because it does sound like I am complaining super hard about this shit. But like, I loved the first episode. I liked the second episode, but I didn't love it. And up until this point of My Hero, I've loved everything. Like, after season 1, when you start seeing Deku shine a little bit, I love the tournament. I love the whole arc where they were like out in the field, like, you know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that. This is probably my least favorite arc of the.
And that's what I'm saying. This is the first time, and I was enjoying the arc up until the point where I just felt like, damn, this arc is low key a waste of time, if that makes sense. And not saying it was. You get to see a lot of cool shit.
It's just to get us to the next. It's to get us to, because this is the cool down arc before we pick back up. Because next episode we're going with. I mean, next arc is with Endeavor and Hawks.
And this is kind of to Haz's point too, though. But this is the first time where you know what I'm saying, you see that roller coaster slow down and the pacing kind of gets like, and like I said, we could have been dealing with this for millions of episodes, so I'm glad we just got it for a couple. But this is the first arc to where I was like, damn, did this really need a whole arc? Like, this reminds me of a Dragon Ball Super arc between arcs. Like, you know how they would have like a quick, remember the Copy Vegeta arc? Not saying this was as trash, because
it's not as trash.
I actually got some kind of enjoyment from this arc. The Copy
and I
Vegeta
think you're
arc,
gonna like the class shit when they play the festival.
And that's probably gonna be cool as well, because that's gonna give you that slice of life feel.
And this arc is more so to give us student time.
And that's cool. That's definitely cool.
Because it is a high school anime at the end of the day.
I guess it just didn't play out to its full potential, or the way I thought, the way I wanted it to play out, if that makes sense.
No, for sure.
This is the first time, because I have high expectations of My Hero, this is the first time they haven't met them, if that makes sense. Because, not saying it doesn't deserve a slowdown arc, but I'm the guy that championed their filler beginning of season 4 episode. I was like, nigga, they did filler, and I actually watched it. Not only did I watch the filler, but I came away from that filler enjoying it. This, I could have enjoyed this a little bit more for it being not filler.
But this is not Foxy filler.
Oh, it's far from Foxy filler. And this, to me, it wasn't filler. It was canon, but you shouldn't make canon feel like filler. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Gentle felt like a filler villain. And to this point, we've never had a filler villain, so I kind of didn't know how that feel. I don't know how to take that until right now. I'm like, okay, it was cool, but if they would have had him in One's Justice 2, I'd be like say they make, because I think he's in.
I think he's gonna be in the game.
I'm playing it right now.
As like a DLC probably.
And yeah, he's not in the main cast, but if he's DLC, I'm be like, $5 for it?
Nah, I'm not paying for Gentle.
La Brava?
Yeah, no facts.
What the fuck is she gonna do with love powers? It's bad enough you threw Manetta, and I'm not gonna play as Manetta.
But this is why, when earlier in the season after Overhaul, I said, "Where's the season gonna end? Do we end with Gentle or do we end with Overhaul and Hawks? Because if we end with Overhaul and Hawks, we're gonna feel different about season 4 than if it ends with Gentle."
Do you think we could get that off, or do you think we're gonna stop in the middle of it?
See, the outro makes me think we're gonna at least see the beginning of it.
Because
the outro
we can only
we've
hope.
seen Endeavor, we've seen Hawks, we've seen Mirko, and people don't manga readers know who Mirko is, but the bunny hero.
Yeah, I've seen her because
she's in the outro.
Me, the timeline has thirsted over Mirko,
so it's like we may get it, but I'm not upset at this season because we got the beautiful Overhaul arc. It's just the season. If we would have got that extra bit with that, it would have lessened the Gentle blow.
And kind of bringing up the point from earlier from the one of our fan questions, our listener questions, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, looking at it from a business standpoint, I could understand why Horikoshi would even put an arc like this right after.
Oh, yeah, you got to, because you can't just go from Overhaul arc to Endeavor Hawks.
But imagine how well the Overhaul arc was done. If you do an arc of that stature right after, you're not going to get that kind of quality back to back. So when you get that Overhaul arc, you give all the budget to that, you give all the attention to that, to where, not saying you could slack the next few episodes, but like these past few episodes have been animated well, but they haven't been spectacular. It's crazy Mob Psycho animation, like, you know what I'm saying?
Although the fight with Gentle did have, like, when he got the love shit, that was a pretty good.
It did have some decent
moments, yeah.
But it wasn't like Overhaul final episode level. And Overhaul, the whole season, like not the season, the whole arc, like the whole God Eater, Sun Eater fight, everything had, like the whole Mirio fight, it was animated spectacularly for like, 10 episodes in a row?
Yeah.
We got a couple episodes of good animation, but imagine if we get a whole arc full of back-to-back craziness. I don't think they would have that. It's My Hero, but they'd have to get a Dragon Ball Super episode 5 episode in somewhere.
And look, like I said, this is the tuned down arc before we get to the thing. What would you rate these 2 episodes?
I'd give them a good 3.7.
I'm gonna give them a 4, solid 4, no more than a 4.
It's deserving of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a little overcritical of it.
No, I'm glad you are, because like you're not wrong.
And you're not wrong. I said, it's not bad. I don't find it bad. I'd have gave it a 2 or a 1, but I did enjoy it. But I found myself not enjoying it as much as I've enjoyed anything else in My Hero.
And I can agree with that.
I think I wasn't meant to.
I'm a Deku fan.
This wasn't meant to be a 5.
Like I said, when I read the manga, I was like you. When is this over with? I'm ready for what's next. But being a Deku fan that I am and knowing where we go, rewatching this, I see what it's doing. Because you can't, like, you got to get Deku to the point to where he's level cap. Like, he is right now at the top of his first plateau. This is the top.
For sure.
After this, he has to break through to the next point.
Hell yeah.
And that comes in season 5.
And I'm itching for that. Like, I'm itching because season 5, if it's anything like season 4, the first half, or better, I'm gonna be
I said, once we got to Overhaul, we continue eating as fans.
For sure.
So like we're in for something good after this Gentle stuff. And besides, the school stuff needed to happen because after the Endeavor arc, we don't get much school downtime like this. Everything in the school is high-paced training or going on missions.
Thanks.
So I'm down with this. It's whatever. Shout out to the Gentle arc. Whatever.
And next episode, y'all see me. I may be watching my motherfucking mouth because I may be a lot further than the next couple episodes. I'm about to start reading the manga. So
yeah, he got for that extra content because we're gonna get you some more content in this quarantine period, especially since our con stuff is shorted. So we're gonna be putting out more videos throughout the weeks, including manga reviews, discussions. We're super, super excited to get that cranked off for you. But Chrissa, that's the end of the episode this week, brother.
Facts.
Tell the people where they can find you on social media.
At Chrissa SJE, you know what I'm saying? On Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Twitter, you feel me? SoundCloud, Spotify, put a space between it. If you're looking for me on Spotify, just type in #Weeb Radio and you will hear some great anime, rap, rock tunes as well as OSTs. So just link in with your boy, man. More content coming soon.
100%. You can follow me at LynnBWT. Follow BrosWhoThink at BrosWhoThink. If you're a movie and TV fan, check out the latest episode of Bros Who Binge on Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to podcasts. This Thursday, like I said, Chris will be on the Bros Who Think podcast. We're going to be talking Lil Uzi versus Lil Uzi versus Don Toliver. We're gonna talk J Electronica. We're gonna be talking all kind of music and culture, coronavirus stuff. We're gonna be talking about relationships. It's gonna be a solid episode. I'm excited.
It's gonna be a wild episode, just to kind of like set up the Mayweather debate. Like this, to me, this feels like a Tyson fight, a Mayweather fight. When me and Doom get in there and we start arguing about this shit, like, it's about to get loud. It's about to be I can see it already. That it's going to be comparable to like some academics, Joe Budden yelling shit, because I love my Uzi, you know what I'm saying? And Doom loves his Don Toliver album. So we going to have some, it's going to be exciting.
I'm excited to see who wins, because like, I'm going to be listening to y'all points, and I'm not going to lie, whoever presents the best argument, that's what.
And he loves both albums, so he's not biased.
I do. So we're going to
so do I, but
this
I'm
Thursday,
leaning.
Be sure to check it out. But other than that, that's all we got this week. You guys stay safe. Please, I'm going to say this in the other pod. Like, look, if you don't have to go to work, don't go out. Like, please don't go out.
And if you out there, protect yourself. Have manners and be cautious. Like, if you got to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, if you got a cough, even if slight, cough in your arm. Don't be coughing on shit. Don't cough on your hands. Don't touch people. If you see me in public, be like, what's up, my brother? Give me the elbows if you feel like making some physical contact. Don't try to touch my hand, bro.
Do the Trunks Vegeta. Just hit me with the closed peace sign, and I'm gonna know it's real. Like, I'm gonna fuck with that more than. But it's just like, the faster we all come together and be like, all right, we're gonna stay home, the faster we can get back to normal life.
Facts. And wash y'all damn hands, especially if y'all are in public. If you have to go to work, wash your damn hands fucking a lot.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't care if you don't have hand sanitizer.
You gotta do it. So, but we will talk to you guys probably sometime later this week, if not early next week, before the next episode. We're gonna give y'all some content in the time between. But be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.